searched the four corners of the UK to find the fastest, toughest, most agile and most accurate young athletes from Scotland, Northern Ireland, England and Wales. Now the search is over. Nation will battle nation over 6 matches to win points in an epic sporting tournament. The top 2 teams will go through to the grand final. Only one will be crowned Ultimate Sports Day champions. Let the games begin. Today's Ultimate Sports Day, Team Wales go head-to-head with Team Northern Ireland. Representing Team Wales, it's their captain, Joe! Followed by Isabel, Jacob, and Hannah! And here is their mentor, Pride of Wales, and World, European and Commonwealth medalist, Christian Malcolm! Welsh sprinter Christian is a former Junior World Championships double gold medalist. In 2010, he won bronze at the Commonwealth Games and silver in the European Championships in the 200 metres. And representing Northern Ireland, it's Captain Andrew, followed by Sarah, Thomas and Phoebe. And here is their mentor, he's a living legend and former featherweight boxing champion of the world, Barry McGuigan! Barry, a boxing superstar, won gold as an amateur in the Commonwealth Games when he was 17 and went on to win the British, European and world titles as a pro. This rather large-looking stick is the flagpole. Flagpole. The athletes start at the base of each flagpole. Twice they climb like the clappers to the top, grab a ring, and then return to the ground. On the third climb, they'll release their flag. Okay, well, let's hope whoever Barry and Christian have picked have a head for heights.
Thomas, I'm going to try you this time because a bit more strength and I think we'll be a bit faster. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, I'm okay with it. Just if I just don't look down, just keep up, eyes on the prize.
My name is Thomas, I'm 12 years old and I'm from Cumber in Northern Ireland. My speciality sport is rugby, and if I had to describe myself in 3 words, it would be sporty, outgoing and I'm quite bossy.
Jacob, you ready for this? I know we can get some good points on this, but today you're up against the Irish. How do you feel about that?
Good. Very good.
I know you don't like losing.
My name's Jacob, I'm 13 years old. I come from Pontypool in South Wales. My speciality sport is hockey. And if I had to describe myself in 3 words, it'd be competitive, cheeky and happy.
Okay, Thomas, Jacob, are you ready to hoist yourselves aloft? Fantastic. They've got their team mentors standing by. Your challenge starts on the 4th and final beat. Let's play flagpole. This game requires both agility and balance, and look at Jake go! He is off to a flying start for Wales, but Thomas isn't too far behind. Jake reaching the top of the pole there, and Thomas is nearly there too. Now they've got to carefully balance up there and grab one of those rings hanging above their heads. Jake's got his, and he heads down, closely watched by Christian. Thomas has managed to get his ring now. They're worth 5 points each, remember, but whoever finishes first scoops an extra 15 points, so speed is of the essence.
Right down to the bottom one, right down to the bottom one.
Good Jake. Take your time, son, take your time.
Jake reaching for ring number 2, and he's got it now. Thomas is heading back up his flagpole as Jake comes back down. Jake with quite a lead over Thomas so far, but Thomas is not giving up. He's on top of that pole looking for his second ring. Jake drops off his ring number 2 to Christian and heads back up the pole for the last time. This boy is quick. Northern Ireland's Thomas now has got his second ring, but it won't count unless he can get it to Barry before Jake leaps to victory. Jake on his way to the top as Thomas hands his ring over to Barry.
Take your time, son, take your time.
Take your time, says Christian, but Jake isn't listening as he hurls himself at the last ring, grabbing it and releasing his team's colours as he falls. A great first game for Wales. Thomas just couldn't keep up. Jake up and down that pole in no time at all. He's got his team off to a flyer. What up, buddy? Hey, how'd that feel dragging your Welsh colours down there from the flagpole?
Felt great. It doesn't look that scary looking up there, but when you're on top, it's shaking and you're like, whoa. It was great.
This kid's got ants in his pants. He flew up there and that was absolutely amazing. He's done really well up there. I'm proud of him.
Thomas here, mate. Is it as easy as just getting up there and picking out a ring?
No, it's way more harder. Just because it's such as like
So
it's
narrow.
so small and just you can barely fit your both feet on it. So
Well, that was a fantastic start for Christian, Jacob and Team Wales. Let's have a quick look at the scoreboard after our first event. Thomas gets 10 points, but Jake wins 30 points for all 3 rings and winning the game, which means after flagpole, Wales lead Northern Ireland 30 points to 10. The Chaser. Ahead of us is 150 metres. An Olympic sprinter can cover this distance in around about 15 seconds. But can our 2 nations run the length of it before the Chaser tracks them down? If they do, they pick up points. It's simple. But if the Chaser beats them, then they're out of the game. So all we need now is the Chaser. The mystery man behind the mask. Super fit, super cool, and super fast. They've all faced the Chaser before, so the girls will be looking to improve on their last performances. On their marks are Hannah for Wales, Sarah for Northern Ireland, Isabel for Wales, and Phoebe for Northern Ireland. But their race to the line could be cut short by this guy. The Chaser.
Set!
And they're off. Both the Welsh girls, Hannah and Isabel, off to a great start. Neither of them have been beaten by the Chaser yet, and they'll want to keep it that way. Hannah's out in front as they come out of the bend. Northern Ireland's Phoebe is in second place. Isabel's in third and bringing up the rear of Sarah. The Chaser has caught her once before, and it looks like he's going to do it again. Yes! He's caught Sarah. No points for her. Hannah's going to reach the finish line first, followed by teammate Isabel. Can Phoebe beat the Chaser? It's close, so close. Oh, wow! The slow-mo shows that Phoebe just makes it over the line. The Chaser was quick to track down Northern Ireland's Sarah, denying her any points, and he had his sights set on her teammate Phoebe, but she just about managed to get away with it. So, who sprinted up the leaderboard in the first of our Chaser runs today? Another great run from Hannah with a time of 18.39 wins her 10 points along with Isabel and Phoebe. So Wales extend their lead over Northern Ireland. It's 50 points to 20. Spin shot. So this game is simple enough. Just catch a ball, pop it in the hoop. So why is it called spin shot? Well, there are another couple of elements to this game which involve all of the above whilst spinning. I wouldn't even know how to begin coaching someone how to do this, which is fortunate, because that's where mentors come in. Please, can somebody stop throwing the ball?
Spin shot basketball, obviously that's going to be you, Andrew. You were the best in the basketball. You'll be great with that.
My name is Andrew, I'm 14 years old. I live in Hillsborough, Northern Ireland. My speciality is athletics, and if I would describe myself in 3 words, they would be competitive, messy and loud.
Spin shot basketball, and the first person to do that is going to be you, Joe. You ready for this?
Oh yeah.
How do you feel about doing that?
Yeah, good.
My name is Joe, I'm 15 and I'm from Llanelli in Wales. My speciality is rugby, and if I had to describe myself in 3 words, it would be bubbly, hyper and cheeky.
Waiting to play for Team Wales is Joe, but right now shooting hoops for Team Northern Ireland, it's Andrew. Andrew, are you ready to rumble, buddy? Okay, your challenge starts on the 4th and final beep. Let's play spin shot. 60 seconds to score as many baskets as possible in this game of accuracy and control. Andrew's long legs should help him over those lower beams, but his height might be a problem with the higher ones. He doesn't want to get a beam to the face. Come on, Andrew, what have you got, buddy?
Take a bit more time.
Barry telling him to slow it down a bit and take his time.
Take a bit more time, son.
Andrew's technique at the moment, a bit scattergun, throwing and hoping. Just like Barry said, he really needs to slow down and take aim. Just like that. It's a great shot and 3 points to Northern Ireland. He lines up another shot, but it misses.
A bit more accuracy.
Here goes another one. No score again. He is taking more time to aim now, and they're getting much closer, but he still can't quite find the hoop. Time for one more shot in the dying seconds, I reckon. Oh, but it's another miss. Just the one basket, so only 3 points for Andrew. And he doesn't look happy about it either. Round 2, and it's rugby player Joe's turn for Wales. He should be used to catching and throwing balls, so let's see how he copes with spin shot. No basket so far, but that one was close. He lines up again, shoots, and this time he scores. Joe's off the mark for Wales. Can he make it 2 in a row? No, he can't.
Take your time, mate.
Christian telling him to take his time. He thinks he's rushing it. He is certainly getting through a high turnover of basketballs. Unfortunately for Joe and Wales, only one has gone in so far. Joe takes another pot shot at the hoop and it misses again. He jumps and ducks around the beams for another go. Can he get 3 points? No, not that time. But maybe this time. It's a miss as well as we head into the last few seconds of the game. Another shot goes wide of the target. Time for one last go. That misses too, so Joe just scores one basket for Wales. Low scoring game for both boys. Both of you, one basket each. Joe, talk us through. What was the most difficult thing about that? Was it the arms? Was it the spinning platform? What was going on?
It's not easy. You can't set up and shoot. It's all 100 miles an hour. As soon as you get it, you've got to go. It doesn't look too fast, but it's fast enough to distract you, so...
All right, well, I'll let you get your breath back. Andrew, I heard Barry shouting, take your time, mate, take your time. You didn't take your time, did you?
No, it's too much going through my head with the bar spinning around, but yeah, you do need to take your time, but I'm a bit disappointed.
That was one basket each. Let's see what that says for the scoreboard. Well, disappointed and probably a bit dizzy, both boys score 3 points. Overall, it means that Northern Ireland now have 23 points, but still in the lead are Wales with 53. On target.
On target. Hannah, I've got you for this. How you feeling?
Okay, confident, I think.
All I want you to do is just relax and focus on what you need to do.
My name's Hannah, I'm 13 years old. I'm from Neath in South Wales. My speciality sport is sprinting, and if I was to describe myself in 3 words, it would be lively, smiley and competitive.
Phoebe, I'm going to do the archery with you.
Hopefully it'll go okay, I just need to remember what position to go in. My name's Phoebe, I'm 13, I'm from Belfast in Northern Ireland. My speciality is the high jump, and if I had to describe myself in 3 words, they would be fun, sporty and determined.
Phoebe, Hannah, are you feeling accurate? Well, in that case, it's time to play on target. This game is all about skill and accuracy. Phoebe and Hannah have 12 arrows each. They must try and hit as many of their targets as possible. Silver targets score 5 points, coloured targets score 3 points. Both let fly with their first arrows and both of them very nearly score.
Same again, Hannah, same again.
Very close.
Hannah having another shot, and this time she hits a silver target. That's 5 points to Wales. Phoebe, not so lucky this time. Hannah reloads for another shot, as does Phoebe. And Hannah scores again. She hits another of the silver targets on the top row. 10 points now for Wales. Archery is such a difficult game. One false move and the arrow could go anywhere.
Take your time, Han, take your time.
Christian telling Hannah not to rush things. There's no time limit to this game, by the way.
Phoebe, try and get it down here. Look, load it here.
Barry now giving Phoebe some encouragement. She's so close to scoring, but just can't quite find the target.
Phoebe, almost there. That's it. Almost there. Come on, keep it up. Don't worry. Don't get frustrated.
Hannah hits another target, this time on the bottom row, and it's silver, so it's 5 points. And another one right next to it. This is outstanding marksmanship from Hannah. She's racked up 20 points so far for Wales. Can she go higher? Not this time.
Just keep going.
Phoebe takes another shot, but it's just not her day today. That is another very close one from Hannah.
Good time. It's the last one.
Phoebe. Oh, you're
All of Phoebe's arrows group nicely around the edge of the targets, but none have actually hit the mark.
Lucky hand, well done.
Hannah's used up all of her arrows and hit 4 targets, scoring an impressive 20 points for Wales. Can Phoebe pull some points back for Northern Ireland with her last remaining arrow? No, she can't.
Don't worry, Beck.
And she's not happy about it.
Good girl.
Well done, Hannah. Hey, 4 Welsh beaming red lights back at you. How was that for you?
Really good.
You seem to get yourself into a rhythm. What was going through your head?
It was just like get the first one in and then work around it. So then, you know, like you have to go up a bit or then down a bit, you know. So.
Well, you picked yourself up 20 points for Team Wales. Congratulations. Unfortunately, no points for Phoebe, but Hannah's incredible show of accuracy score her 20 points, moving Wales on to 73 points. Northern Ireland still lagging on 23. The Chaser. So our chaser has made his way to the starting point, but will he reach the finish line before our boys? Good luck, fellas! Taking to their starting positions are Joe for Wales, Andrew for Northern Ireland, Jake for Wales, and Thomas for Northern Ireland. And here comes the human cheater. It's the Chaser. And the boys are off. In previous encounters with the Chaser, just Jake has been caught before. He'll be looking for revenge this time around. Both Joe and Andrew won their races last time, so it'll be interesting to see who's the fastest today. Andrew leading Joe at the moment, but Jake, the smallest of the pack, is lagging behind. The Chaser's set to pounce. Oh, and it's over for Jake once again. It looks like the Chaser's too far off. Thomas to catch up with him, though, as Andrew crosses the line in first place, with Joe coming in second. Like a gazelle, Andrew leads the way to the finish line ahead of Joe, but the Chaser did manage to catch his prey. Jake hunted down and denied any points. So the race is over. Time to update our scoreboard once again. Andrew's incredible time of 17.79 seconds helps him pick up 10 points, as do Joe and Thomas. So overall, that means that Wales are still in the lead with 83 points. Northern Ireland have 43 points, but with 2 games to go, it's still all to play for. Hang bar.
I need 2 people for this. And the 2 people I'm going to choose is Isabel and Jacob. Big smile on your face there, Jacob.
I'm Isabel. I'm 15 years old from Bridgend in Wales. My speciality is sprinting. When I'm older, if I don't make it as a full-time athlete, I'd really like to be a firefighter.
Sarah, I'm figuring you're going to be strong on that. And Phoebe, you were the second best on the team, so you've got good strength as well.
I'm quite excited. I think I'll just try my hardest and try to stay in there, and hopefully it'll be okay.
Hold on as long as I can.
My name is Sarah Strawbridge. I'm 14. I'm from County Antrim, Northern Ireland. My speciality is artistic gymnastics, and to describe myself in 3 words, it have to be cheeky, bouncy, and talkative.
Strength and nerve are what our 2 teams need for this next game, because as the teams grab hold of the ring, the bar is slowly lifted. And as it rises to the roof, the question is, how long will they be able to hang on? Well, only one way to find out. Teams, your challenge will begin on the 4th and final bleep. Let's play Hang Bar.
Focus where your hands are. Look at where your hands are, all right?
This is a really tough game of strength and control. The rules are simple. Just hang on as long as possible. The hang bar slowly rises up into the air, and so do our athletes.
Good.
girl,
They've been up
Phoebe.
there for
Just
15
focus,
seconds now, still barely off the ground, but I can assure you the hang bar does go a lot higher. The first one to fall won't get any points, the second one that drops will pick up 5 points, the third one to go will take home 10 points, and the last one hanging picks up an almighty 20 points for their team. We've gone past 30 seconds now.
Focus. Phoebe, you're doing brilliantly well. That's nice and relaxed.
Both mentors shouting encouragement to their teams. At the 45-second mark, none of them are showing any sign of dropping first. They all look completely focused.
Be focused on one thing.
Jake's starting to wriggle a bit now as we approach the 60-second mark.
Well done, Jake. Just get there, top.
Northern Ireland could really do with picking up some points on this game. They're lagging behind in the overall score, so can Sarah and Phoebe dig deep on the hang bar.
Good, Jake. Just stay focused. That's it. Hold on.
After 75 seconds, they're all still in the game. They must be really feeling the pain now. Jake shifting around, looking uncomfortable. I doubt the others will thank him for jiggling around, moving the ring like that.
You're doing really well. Nice and relaxed. That's the girl.
That's 90 seconds now. On Northern Ireland, Sarah is beginning to tire. Jake looks like he's in trouble, and he's gone. He's come off the hang bar and is the first one out of the game. No points for him. Isabel's face says it all. She's had enough. And down she comes to in third place. So just the Northern Ireland girls left. Barry's team are going to pick up a much-needed 30 points. Just a question of honour now. Who will last the longest, Phoebe or Sarah? They make it to 2 minutes. And Phoebe can take no more. She's down, followed closely by gymnast Sarah. What a great contest of nerve and strength. They all looked so focused to start with, but after 75 seconds of arm-stretching agony, the cracks started to appear. First to let go was Jake for Wales, followed by his teammate Isabel, leaving the Northern Ireland girls to claim victory. So Isabel scores 5 points for Wales, but Sarah and Phoebe's 30 points have closed the gap right up. Wales have 88 points, Northern Ireland now on 73.
The glove covered on my finger and it just kept on slipping off. And it was like, come on, grip back on, and I couldn't because it kept on slipping off. But I can't do anything now, it doesn't matter, I'm fine now.
Mate, don't worry about the job you did, because you did a fantastic job in the flagship. Sorry, you got nothing to be sorry about. You got nothing to be sorry about, mate.
It's time for the grand finale, the team relay. This whole arena will come into play, and it's going to get frantic, and it starts with bike power. A 200-meter sprint will then light our towers over here. Once it's fully lit, it's time to initiate the Skywalker. Our US teams will start all the way at the bottom, make their way up the 5 meters, across the beam, and collect all the rings they can before making their way down the ladder. And then, time to get a sprint on, all the way over to the bungee tower. And they'll bungee like they've never bungeed before and collect all 3 rings. Not before they've done that can our cyclists make their way right back to the other side of the arena. It's going to be tough. I'm making a sweat and I haven't even done anything. Once they've had their 200-meter sprint, only then will their teammates make their way to the top of the flagpole, collecting their rings in the process and releasing their national team's colours. It's time for Ring Relay. Barry, Team Northern Ireland ready to finish the show in style?
Yes, absolutely. We've got some work to do. Wales have been very good, so we're on the ball.
OK, Christian, last word for Team Wales.
I'm nervous, but we need a win.
And in that case, the final showdown starts on the 4th and final beat. Best of luck, guys. So it all comes down to this, the ring relay. With over 100 points up for grabs for the winner, each of these teams could become today's ultimate sports day champion. First leg of the relay is a 200-meter cycle sprint, and Wales' Hannah are slightly lagging behind Northern Ireland's Thomas. When those bars at the bottom of the screen fill up, it means they'll have cycled 200 meters and they can tag their teammate on the next leg of the relay. Thomas has done it. He dashes off to tag Sarah, and Hannah now sprints over to tag Isabel on the Skywalker. Up they climb, but look at Isabel go! She's caught up and overtaken Northern Ireland now. Once they've got onto that beam at the top, they need to grab the 2 rings above their heads. Each of those is worth 5 points, and as we know, it all adds up. Sarah's gymnastics skills could come into play here. They could give her a big advantage over sprinter Isabel. They've both got the rings, but Sarah looks a lot more comfortable up there than Isabel. They have to climb down the ladders now, and Sarah taking a much more direct route as she just lowers herself onto that ladder. They're not attached at the bottom, by the way, which makes it all a lot more wriggly. Sarah's opened up quite a big gap between herself and Isabel now. She needs to grab those 2 rings on her way down, but here comes Isabel. She's trying desperately to catch up, but still got those 2 rings to collect on the way down. But Sarah is down, and she tags Thomas, who runs off to the next stage of the relay. Andrew bungees himself towards the 3 rings he needs to collect. Oh no, Isabel is tangled up on the ladder. What a disaster for Wales. But at last she gets down and sends Hannah off to the bungee too. Andrew collects his 2nd ring. Can Wales catch up here? Joe is certainly going to try as he grabs his 1st ring. But Andrew successfully claims his 3rd ring, and that means that Thomas is clear to race back to his bike for another 200-metre cycle. Joe goes for another ring and gets it as Thomas pumps those pedals for all he's worth. Northern Ireland can smell victory, and they like it. Joe gets his final ring, and that means that Hannah can sprint back to her bike and chase after Thomas. But surely it's going to be an impossible task as Thomas has just finished his 200 metres and tags Phoebe for the last leg, the flagpole. Hannah cycles on as Phoebe hauls herself up that pole, grabbing rings as she goes. I think we know how this one is going to go. Phoebe nearing the top now. Hannah finishes her 200-metre bike sprint and tags Jake. But Phoebe leaps out and grabs her team colours. A fantastic win for Northern Ireland. Jake didn't stand a chance. 7 rings means 35 points for Wales, but Northern Ireland get 55 for all 11 rings and the extra 50 for winning. That maximum of 105 points means, despite trailing all through the show, Northern Ireland beat Wales by 178 to 123.
Thomas was dynamite to begin with, really good, kept it steady. Sarah was dynamite up that. I think Izzy was a bit quicker than her to the top, but she's got real good balance at the top. And then, of course, Andrew never
You've got
misses.
yourself a Spider-Man up there on the bungee.
He's really got the bungee sorted out. Then Thomas came back, and Phoebe was fantastic with that last jump. So I'm thrilled with my team and just glad to finish on top.
Christian, where do you reckon you lost it there on that one?
Barry had Sarah there, the gymnast, perfectionist, up on the top there across the beam. And Izzy's a tall girl, so it was a bit difficult for her to get down the ladder. So I think that's where he managed to edge it. You know, our guys got to work hard now against Scotland, and we'll see what we can get from that.
So after 2 matches each, here's how the teams rank so far. Wales are 4th with 307, 3rd are Scotland with 383, 2nd are England with 431, but in 1st place, it's Northern Ireland with 473 points. Don't miss the next show as those 2 at the top, Northern Ireland and England, go head-to-head.
Ye peasants. Ooh, I've come over all medieval today. It's because I've been storming the castle in the Splatterlock Capture the Crown game. Can you stay ahead and avoid the defenders' devious traps? As for me, I couldn't make it to the end of the 1st level. The defenders are really nasty. But you could do much better. Click on games and claim the Splatterlock throne. Right, time for round 2.
You thought Dick and Dom were wild.
Blooming leaks.
Now they're even wilder.
We've managed to get VIP passes for willing helpers to get stuck in at the busiest vets, wildlife sanctuaries and rescue centres. It's dirty work, but somebody's got to do it.
Dick and Dom Go Wild. Yay! The brand new series, weekdays at 7:45 on the CBBC channel.
The all-singing, all-dancing extravaganza Glee Club is back on CBBC, and this time it's all in aid of Sport Relief.
Our judges are poised to put talented groups from all over the UK to the test.
Before you get the chance to choose the winner of Sport Relief Does Glee Club in the live grand final.
Oh, yeah! Breathtaking. Who will be pitch perfect and who will wow the audience?
It's all to play for. Sport Relief Does Glee Club 2012.
Coming soon to the CBBC channel.
Amazing.